How much wiser are we this time this week than we were last week? In other words, what have we learned over the last 7 days? Mad Lord Melian, what have you know now that you didn't know this time last Sunday?
I know, for those who have these fancy phones with technology advancing at such a great rate, there's an application called Wikipedia. Wikipedia. If you are warped with an unusual sense of humour, then download it pretty quickly. Go for it.
It's been on the internet for a while.
Yes, it has, but I've only just noticed it.
It's taken you a while. What you got there?
Do you mean all your sick humour came from yourself?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Now I've got something to help me out.
Sporty man Sarah Mullis, what have you learnt this week that you didn't know this time last week?
Mine's a bit sad. I need some sad music. I didn't think that I would... Yeah, go on. I experienced loss this week. I sold my little Mini.
Oh, yeah.
And I had...
Little mini me.
There we go.
That's the one.
I had a British Racing Green Mini Cooper. It had white mirrors and a white roof. It was my pride and joy. It had wide, sporty wheels and tinted windows at the back. I thought I was pretty cool in it. Then, last year, I got a new job with the company Cougar. So I had to sell the Mini. And as the Scottish purchaser drove off into the sunset, I shed a tear. Goodbye, Mini.
Does it
I
still
love
have the
you.
feet imprint in the ceiling? But what is...
I got that off.
Did you have to take Sarah off the windscreen?
Yeah. Sarah and
Shaz.
Midget.
And Sarah and Midget. Or Shaz, as the midget is called.
No, but being serious, obviously, you know, I've had it for 3 years and I just never thought, the moment when he drove it off, I felt really sad, a bit of a lump in my throat.
The British Racing Green matched her ginger hair quite nice.
Shut up. Yeah, I've got a lump in my throat again now.
I just can't believe you managed to pull this music out of
I
the
know!
bag.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
That is the professional, that is the penster.
You're on the ball, you know.
You'd be surprised what I can pull out of a bag, JP. Trust me. All right. Well, thank you for that story.
Yeah.
That was fine.
Moving on.
Let's cheer ourselves up. Let's cheer ourselves up with John Paul Bradshaw. What have you learnt this week, Mr. JP?
What have I learnt this? I'll tell you what, this time last week I didn't know I was going to be singing in a band.
This time last week, I didn't know the band was so good.
Aha! Oh, look at you. I'll slip you that fiver in a moment.
And I was sober as well, so it wasn't, beer goggles.
No, it's a jolly good night. It was a really good night.
Great night last night. If you don't know what we're talking about, EastEnders Bar in Magaluf. Hot wire!
Oh, yeah.
They were hot, baby.
But it's such a buzz playing with other people on
It's
stage.
great, isn't it?
It
Victor
is.
Prada on guitar.
Oh, man.
My hero.
He's God.
I love him. Andy Charlton on drums. I love the expressions Andy Charlton pulls when he's playing the drums. It's
He gets
fantastic.
into it, doesn't he?
Oh, love
Hey, that man is a talented...
And then you've got Nikki doing a working on the spot bit.
Stixie is a star.
She is a superstar. And JP there. And your voices go together so well.
I tell you what, it's considering we only had like 3 hours to practice and rehearse together, I think it went down a storm.
Only 3 hours rehearsal.
Only 3 hours rehearsal, and we're back in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, and well done to everybody who went down there to support you as well, because there were a nice gang in there. It really was a good night.
Good
so
night.
well done, Hot Wired. We like that a lot. In fact, let's play this because it's one of the songs that you do.
Oh, yes!
Well, let's have a bit of this. Come on, bit of Sex on Fire. In honour of Hot Wired, great gig last night. Get down there a week on Saturday to EastEnders and support them and enjoy a good night out. Good night of live music. Up next, Fact or Fibby Wibby. Porky's on the way.